Of Crucial Concepts Math, we'll be discussing the slope of vertical and horizontal lines, which were not discussed in the last episode. Let's take 2 points on this line. Let's take the point -2, 0, and -2, 1. Now we know m, which is slope, is delta y over delta x. So let's try and visualize what this looks like on the map. So delta y, right? We can see it's clearly going up, the y value. However, x is not changing at all. X stays at -2. In fact, the way we would write this function is x equals -2. That's the function. And we also can't determine how y is increasing with respect to x because x is not increasing. It looks like it just goes up infinitely with no change in x. So let's see how this plays out mathematically. So let's subtract one y value from the other. So 0 minus 1. And then let's subtract the other value from another. So we'll subtract the x value that corresponds with 0. So that's this value, -2 minus the corresponding x value for y equals 1, so -2 again. And that gives us -1 over 0. But nobody knows what -1 over 0 is or if it even exists. So this function has no slope, it's just vertical. If we think about slope as moving up a mountain, this mountain would be too steep to climb. So let's look at horizontal lines. This line can be represented by the function y equals 1. And 2 points on the line are y equals 1, so like 0, 1 and 1, 1 are 2 simple points we can easily derive from the graph. Now let's try and visualize what's going on here. So as we can see here, delta x is increasing by 1 over that interval. And delta y does not increase at all. Delta y increases by 0 over that interval. Now we can also do this by subtracting like we did in the first one. So we can subtract 1 from 1 because both y values are 1. And then the first y value the first x value has 0, so the corresponding x value of 0 to go with the 1, and then the corresponding x value of 1 to go with the other 1. So then it's 0 over -1, which equals 0. And this is also delta y over delta x, so 0 over 1, which also equals 0. And so for every horizontal line, the slope is 0, and for every vertical line, there is no slope.